would you do if your parents banned you from seeing your best friend? I still remember the exact moment my mom told me I couldn't go to Maya's house anymore. Maya was my best friend since 2nd grade. We were inseparable. Her house was only 5 minutes away, but it felt like a whole different world. They had this huge pool with a water slide, and her mom Claire always had the best snacks and never cared how late we stayed up. We had matching necklaces with half a heart each, and this whole plan about going to UCLA together. We even had a pact that we'd be each other's maid of honor and live on the same street when we were married. For 2 weeks, I kept texting Maya, but she wouldn't answer. Her mom used to pick me up every Friday, but suddenly that stopped too. At school, Maya wouldn't look at me. She started eating lunch in the library instead of our usual spot. If I tried to talk to her, she'd just mumble something about having homework and practically run away. It was like losing a part of myself. I couldn't understand what happened. I kept replaying every conversation, every stupid thing I might have said, but nothing made sense. My mom was acting weird too. She started going to a different grocery store even though it was way further. When I asked why, she just said she liked it better. She threw out her favorite swimsuit, the red one she'd had forever. And when I asked about it, she got this strange look. She stopped wearing makeup, stopped straightening her hair. One night I heard her crying in the bathroom with the shower running, trying to muffle the sound. I stood outside the door for like 20 minutes, just frozen, not knowing what to do. She never cried, not even when her dad died. At school, things got worse. Maya's brother Jake started spreading rumors about me, about how my family was trashy, how my mom was a homewrecker. I didn't understand any of it. I tried asking my parents, but they just said, sometimes adults make mistakes that hurt everyone around them. That was it. That was all I got. By summer, it was like Maya and I had never been friends at all. I'd see her mom at Target, and she'd literally turn her cart around and go the other way. Once, I saw Maya at the community pool and tried to wave, but her older brother Jake stood right in front of me and said, she doesn't want to talk to you, ever. That summer was the worst. I had no friends, my parents were barely speaking, and nobody would tell me anything. I started having these nightmares where I was screaming, but no sound came out. DU in 7th grade started, things at home got even weirder. Mom started going out more. Therapy group, she called it, but she'd come home looking hollow. Dad moved his computer to the basement and put a lock on the door. I started eating dinner alone most nights, watching Friends reruns while they had their discussions behind closed doors. I remember one night, must have been November, I couldn't sleep and went downstairs for water. Mom was sitting in the dark kitchen, just staring at nothing. When she saw me, she jumped like she'd seen a ghost. I asked her straight up what happened with Maya's family. Why couldn't we be friends anymore? She looked at me for the longest time. Then he just said, sometimes adults do things that hurt everyone around them. That was it. That was all I got. I became obsessed with figuring it out. Started watching my parents like they were suspects in a crime show. I kept a little notebook where I wrote down weird things they said or did. Mom on the phone. I can't testify. Dad shredding papers in his office. Mom throwing away a birthday card from Claire without opening it. Pathetic, I know, but I was desperate. The break came from Victoria, Jasmine's cousin from another school. We had PE together, and one day she actually talked to me about it. She said she was sorry about everything. I played dumb. What are you talking about? And she gave me this look like she couldn't believe I didn't know. Then she said something about how what Steve did in the pool house was sick, and it wasn't my fault. I pushed her to tell me more, but she clammed up, said her mom would kill her if she gossiped about it. I started piecing things together. How mom always changed in Maya's pool house instead of the bathroom. How Maya's dad Steve always seemed to be around when we were swimming, offering mom different suits from Claire's collection if hers didn't fit right. How he'd text mom about pool schedules even though we had a set routine. I didn't want to believe what I was starting to think. Couldn't even make myself think of the words. The confirmation came in the worst way possible. It was at the winter band concert. Maya was playing the flute and I was in choir. All our parents were there for the first time in the same room since everything happened. After the show, I was looking for mom when I saw her and Steve in the hallway by the music rooms. They didn't see me. Then my dad appeared with Jake. That night was the first time I ever heard my parents actually talk about it. They didn't know I was sitting at the top of the stairs. And when I finally heard it, my heart dropped. Because not only was my mom and Steve having an affair, but Steve was also secretly filming everyone and anyone who went into his pool house changing room, including kids. Full story on channel, link below.